subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Now, new at 5, police investigating a disturbing incident at a middle school in Colton, where a fight between students left a girl unconscious. Inland Empire Bureau Chief Rob McMillan spoke with eyewitnesses about what they saw.
It's video that's gone viral on social media showing a fight between a boy and a girl at J.Hugh Middle School in Colton 3 days ago. The girl throwing a laptop at the boy, the fight later ending with the boy using a racial slur, then throwing the girl down on a desk, knocking her out. In the end, Colton police cited and released both students to their parents, the girl for assault with a deadly weapon and the boy for battery, not for what happened when he threw her down, but for spraying other kids with a water pistol before the fight. At a news conference in front of the school, some community leaders discussed it.
We call for you to drop that citation on the young lady immediately.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable.
But what Colton police say you don't see is what happened before the video, when they say the girl used a metal hydro flask to attack the boy, hitting him several times on the head. This student says she was there when it happened.
Me and her were getting wet with water. We told them to stop, and then she got mad. Then after she reacted, so she got her water bottle and they started fighting.
Another student in the class who spoke with us off camera described the girl's attack as violent as well, saying it all started when the boy wouldn't give her her back.
And that's when she tried to hit him with the hydro flask. And after that...
It struck him?
Yeah, it struck him 2 times, I think. 2 or 3 times. Because she swung at him like a couple times, like 6 or 7, I think.
Who do you think was the main aggressor in this?
I think her, because obviously she was throwing objects at him, and she hit him with a hydro flask just because he stayed quiet for over a pencil, you know?
The Rialto Unified School District says a substitute teacher was there the entire time, but the video doesn't show, nor can you hear the teacher trying to intervene.
A telephone call was made to safety officers. So when we said there was a decisive action taken, there was action taken. Everything in between is under investigation.
In Rialto, Rob McMillan, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, we in the building. All right, we in here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you a round of applause, too. We are here for the Tap In with Tariq. I am Tariq, in case you didn't know. Let everybody know that we are live right now. Y'all give me a retweet and let everybody know that we are doing our thing, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got it popping. Let me give a shout out to some of the regulars that's up in here who comes in every day to chop it up with us. Let's shout out, let me see who we got. We got a lot of people in here. Melanin, Michelle, Brother 7 in the building. We got AD, we got Rhonda, Sweets, Malcolm, Ty Powell, we got who is that? King FBA Truth, Sexy D in the building. We have Empowered FBA, fantastic. We got Anubis, we got Brother Maroc, we got Miss Skyline in the building, we got Rashonda, the Tethernator, C. Capone, Brother Different, Say JG, or Sajay G. Shout out to you. And Brother Jonathan, shout out to Jonathan in here. So we're in the building, family. We got Brother McCall in the building. I see you, sir. Brother McCall in the building. Brother Nas, I see you in the building. We in here. Trinity, I see Trinity in here. So again, y'all give us a retweet. Let everybody know we're live. A lot of stuff we got to touch on. Excuse me. Did y'all see Fresh and Shit on they were on Fresh and Shit were on No Jumper. Yeah, they had Fresh and Shit on there. And you know they had my name in their mouths. You know, they can't do nothing. All they do now, Fresh and Fit, Myron Camel P Gaines, all he does is go around whining about me. So they had my name all in their mouths. As usual, that's all he does. I destroyed his spirit. That Myron Gaines, when I went in there and debated them and just destroyed all of them months ago, when I went in there and just chopped their heads off because they were disrespecting the FBA lineage, and I went in there and I chopped down about 10 of them in that classic chop down. They've never gotten over that. They've been salty. They've been embarrassed over it, and they've been whining nonstop ever since. So they were on there talking their usual gibberish. Myron Gaines was up here talking about, yeah, black nationalists like Tariq them, they can say whatever and they get a platform, but all the poor white nationalists, they get banned. All the poor white nationalists, they get canceled. And I just want to, you know, I want to speak up for the white nationalists. Now, this is a melanated African Arab from the damn Sudan. All right. Don't, yeah, people wonder why we delineate. That's the mindset. You have an African Arab, a melanated African Arab, talking about how they want to stand up for white nationalists. And remember, this dude gets called all types of N words when he goes in white nationalist spaces. You understand what we're talking about? This dude goes in those spaces and they call him all types of N words, and he sits there and takes it and grins. And then people wonder why we damn delineate, like we supposed to be some Pan African with that. What are we gonna do with that? For real, for real. I'm not even being facetious. What the hell are we gonna do with that? And another thing, they were on there talking about black women, oh, the black women. That's another thing. These tethers, they have a real bug in their ass about black women, and I want to touch on that tonight. Today, I want to touch on the bug that people have about black women, the white supremacists, and the melanated immigrants and the melanated tethers. A lot of them have the same views about black women. They share the same views. They have a certain level of contempt and vitriol. And that has been shown in a situation that happened out here in California at a middle school. There was a situation where a very small 14-year-old girl, she got into an altercation with a way bigger white Hispanic male. And we don't know what happened before the clip, but the thing is, she seemed like she was trying to defend herself, and nobody was jumping in. Nobody was helping. I think they said, from what I understand, the teacher was in the room. It was a substitute teacher. I don't know, but nobody helped that sister with this much larger guy. And the boy ended up slamming the sister's head on a desk, and she was unconscious. And just the fact that all of these other white Hispanic students sat around. Now, listen. Now, if a black boy is in there fighting, or a white girl or whatever, oh, they get pinched. Everybody's jumping up and breaking it up. You understand? So this girl gets knocked out, and a lot of the family, they've been calling up to that school too, by the way. Some people are talking about even going up there tomorrow. A lot of people feel a certain way about it. A lot of people feel a certain way about it. This is out there in Rialto. But the interesting thing, if you look at the comments, wherever the video is posted, white supremacists and melanated immigrants, more melanated immigrants than white supremacists, by the way, are sitting there justifying that black girl getting knocked out. They're celebrating that the black girl got knocked out. I want y'all to understand this. They were like, well, she was hitting him. She was hitting him with this a desk. She was hitting him with a piece of metal. She was the aggressor. They always do that. Y'all notice that? Anytime a black woman is in some kind of altercation with somebody, especially if the person is non-black, the melanated immigrants and the white supremacists will side with the male aggressor. They always side with the male aggressor against the black woman. It never fails, you see. And let's analyze that. Why do all these people have this vitriol towards black women? I want y'all to understand something, especially foundational. Let me be very clear. We're talking about foundational black American women in particular. We're talking about foundational black American women in particular, because see, historically, foundational black American women always had a warrior spirit. All right. And a lot of these other groups, they don't have women with the same spirit as foundational black Americans. None of these, a lot of them don't, to be honest. They don't, there's no version of Harriet Tubman in their communities. There's no version of Ida B. Wells. There's no version of Sojourner Truth. There's no version of Rosa Parks. There's no version of Coretta Scott King, who was a rider. She was a real rider, too. People really underestimate how much of a rider Coretta Scott King was. But we had so many phenomenal foundational Black American women. You don't have a Frances Cress Welsing in any other community. You don't have that. You see? And foundational Black American women, they've consistently fought against the white supremacist. And a lot of the white supremacists, they get some ancestral memory about that. They understand what a whooping a Black woman will put on them, a foundational Black American woman. I want y'all to understand something about foundational Black American women. And we're going to be talking about this in the new film. During slavery, a lot of folk, this is not talked about. Foundational Black American women were killing the shit out of these slave owners. Family, that's some shit that ain't really talked about. We're going to go deep into that. A lot of it is actually hidden. There's a great book, family, called Brooding on Bloody Revenge by the sister named Nikki Taylor, who documented like foundational Black American women. They were murdering the shit out of them slave owners. They were poisoning them. The white women, they were throwing their asses in furnaces. They were just going all out. They were crashing out, dude. The FBA women were a problem to these white supremacists. They weren't just sitting around passive. You see, and these white supremacists know that. They remember that. You see, this is why there's always this need to kind of break foundational Black American women's spirits. You know, they always got to try to break their spirit because they know that warrior energy that FBA women have. You know, that's why we revere Black women within our community. In foundational Black American community, the Black mother, the Black grandmother, they're held in high regards. It's not like that in some of these other communities. An old woman in India, they drop her off in a river somewhere. They don't give a damn about them. And some of these other places, they don't give a damn about the elder women, but we hold them in very high regard in foundational Black American culture. And you got to understand too, a lot of these melanated immigrants, they try to bring that violence over to foundational Black American women when they can corner them off somewhere. They know not to pull that shit when some brothers are around. You understand? They know not to even think about that. And I'm telling you from experience, I done whooped on some of these dudes out here when I caught them running down on a sister. I've personally had to whoop down on random dudes doing that bullshit. We don't play like that. So they have to catch sisters off somewhere where they're vulnerable. Like the girl in the video at that school, she seemed like the only Black person in the class. I didn't see no other Black people in that classroom. You see? So yeah, when it's a sister by herself, yeah, the white supremacists and the melanated tethers, boy, they get a lot of energy on them. Just like y'all remember that footage in the 60s. What's the sister's name? Was it Ruby something? Was it? No, it wasn't the Ruby lady. It was the sister. There's always pictures of it going to school in Little Rock. She's walking by herself, and there's a crowd of white supremacist males yelling at her, jeering at her because she's by herself. You see? So they have a thing about that, trying to corner the sisters off, get them when they're vulnerable, and then try to run down on them. Because, see, a lot of, what the hell is this? Uh, a lot of these people, especially the melanated immigrants, see, they come from cultures where the women are regularly abused. See, in many of their home countries, women are subject to honor killings, forced marriages, extreme domestic violence, lack of rights. You see? So when they come over here, they see foundational Black American women living free, being, independent and outspoken. That's a foreign concept to them, and they can't treat them like they do the women in their own countries unless we're not around. They can sneak one in when the brothers ain't around. Because when a foundational Black American woman tells one of these melanated tethers to kiss her ass, they really want to do what they do in India and all in Pakistan and all these other places. Not Pakistan. I'm not going to throw Pakistan under the bus because they've been pretty cool. But some of these other nations, they want to do the same thing. Look, I saw a video from India. A woman was being sexually assaulted. A dude was on top of a woman on a sidewalk in broad damn daylight. just going to town with it. And people were walking by like nothing was happening, man. This is the kind of stuff. Look some of this stuff up. It was a video in India. I'm like, oh my goodness. He's up on top of a woman in the middle of the street, sexually assaulting her in broad daylight, and people were just walking by. That type of stuff goes down, you see. So when they can corner a foundational Black American woman or girl off by themselves, that's their little opportunity to get their lick in. You dig? To exert dominance on her. That's why, speaking of Pakistan, when that sister went over there to Pakistan, she caused such a stir over there. A Niger lady from New York, she goes over there, even though she has little mental issues. Just the fact that she was just so bold and outspoken, that was throwing people for a loop, especially the women over there, because the women are not, they're scared to get out like that. She was down there smashing down on them folks. You dig? And really brought a lot of positive attention to their culture, by the way. A lot of people started to they wanted to go visit Pakistan because that sister, she made it like a fly thing. She kind of turned it up over there for them. You see, we always do that. We are the culture. We make things hot. We bring a certain swag and a certain energy to certain things. We breathe life into certain things. So this woman goes over to Pakistan, and instead of sitting around being all docile and submissive, she's telling them, "Y'all need to give me $300,000 by tomorrow or more." I mean, that was funny, but we're used to that over here, but they're not used to that over there. You see, and also listen, another reason why these people have such vitriol and secret contempt for a lot of foundational Black American women. See, they understand how Black women, that DNA, this is getting into some Dr. Francis Cress Welsing stuff, that Black woman DNA, that thing is powerful. That can cause genetic annihilation to them white genetics. And a lot of these immigrants who aspire to be white adjacent because their whole thing is to lighten up, medulla la raza. See, Black women, they carry that DNA. If they have any procreation with that Black woman, just her sexual prowess can destroy their bloodline. So that makes foundational Black American women a genetic threat, leading to a lot of hostility and resentment. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing talked about that, you see. And also, a lot of foundational Black American women and girls, see, they get targeted, so that can kind of weaken us. Because, see, if you attack a man's woman, in ancient times, that was a war tactic. See, they go after the women because they can't run down on us like that. You see what I'm saying? They're not gonna run up on us with that shit because they know how that's gonna go. That's gonna go a whole different way. So you catch a fragile little girl and run down on her as like a little proxy lick to us. You see? So they think that that's going to psychologically break the Black men. You got to understand, in the 60s, many of the riots that were happening was because of retaliation from them harming Black women. Remember, the Watts riots that got started because there was a rumor that a Black woman had got roughed up by the police. Out there in Philadelphia, there was a rumor that a Black woman who was pregnant got beaten by a police officer. Brothers took to the roofs of buildings and started sniping cops and firemen. This happened all over the country. If the word got out that you harmed a sister, over in Ohio, there was a big riot, late 60s. They said that a sister got roughed up. Chicago, a sister got roughed up at a store. They turned up in Chicago in the 60s, all across the board. Cats knew what the assignment was. You touch your sister, you think you're going to get you an easy lick in, we're going to burn this whole damn community down. That was the mindset back then, you see. So a lot of these white supremacists and melanated tethers, they know not to try that nonsense with us. So they try to go somewhere, corner a sister off, and get their lick in that way. You see? And a lot of this, anti-black violence, that's a form of payback for their own oppression with these melanated immigrants. See, they come from countries where they're oppressed by their own people who are puppets of the white colonial masters, and they're not going to challenge white supremacy. So, you know, they try to take their insecurities out on us, particularly the women, because they think, okay, black women are pretty unprotected by the system. If we harm a black woman, the white media and the white authorities, they're going to be dragging their feet about it. So that's an easy lick, you see. So we got to understand how these cats get down out here. We got to understand. That's why all that black brown coalition ain't no coalition. Ain't no coalition. And family, keep sitting on your hands when it comes to stomping for these other groups. We ain't stomping for no damn body. That's the reason why. So when these folks get up here making TikTok videos, hey, black and brown, we were always together. No, the hell we weren't. Because the anti-black violence, that's like a bonding ritual between the white supremacists and the melanated immigrants. That's a bond. That's how they bond with each other. That's how the melanated immigrants, that this is how they get in good with the white supremacists by sitting up here co-signing foundational black Americans, particularly FBA women, getting harmed, you see. And also we got to understand some of the language we use. See that strong black woman stereotype? See, that gets weaponized against sisters. You see, when they portray black women as strong enough to take it, that kind of dehumanizes them and it minimizes their pain. So society, they'll condition people to believe that harming a black person is less severe than harming a white or non-black woman. You see, and the white women, they're treated with delicacy and sympathy. You can't even bump into a white woman. Oh Lord. If a white woman says she felt uncomfortable, well, damn it, we got to get her some justice. Yeah. I had a friend of mine. I ran into a friend of mine, old friend of mine down in Alabama. He was a veteran. And he was telling me just about the military, um, how they don't he got wounded in the military. It left a permanent limp on my brother. He doesn't even get full medical benefits from the military, and he got wounded in combat. And it was like a white woman. It was like a white woman in the army. He told me about. She had like a colostomy or something that went bad. Something. It was something that happened with her stomach. It was something wasn't even combat related. This woman, he said that white woman gets full medical benefits from the military for the rest of her damn life. So little shit like that. A white woman get pinched, well, she's gonna be set for life. Yeah. So we got to understand how the game is out here. Let me get some calls from the family. Y'all raise your hand and let's get it in. Oh Lord, Bushmeat Barrister is trying to get in early. I get you in a minute, Bushmeat Barrister. I got to hear from the rest of the family in here. Let's get Sister Janique in here. Let's get her in here. Sister Janique, hop in, beloved. Sister Janique, unmute your microphone, dear. All right, Janique. Well, okay, Janique ain't saying nothing. Janique, she is married to a tether, so I hope he didn't snatch the phone from her. Janique, your dude didn't snatch the phone, did he? And he forced you to make some igusi. Let's get Melanie in here. Melanie, what's up, dear?
Hey, Tariq.
How you doing,
Shout
beloved?
out. I'm doing great. Shout out to everybody in the room. I wanted to add something else to this attack on black women. A lot of this is because it stopped the delusion of the white women beauty, because the very essence of a black woman is feminine.
Yeah,
Like from our round breasts, our round bodies, our booties, our round lips, our round shape.
yeah.
That's because we are estrogen dominant. Why they
Hmm.
try to make it seem like it's fat? No, it's estrogen dominant. And the fact that these white women don't have a lot of estrogen and very masculine in all of their ways, they have to like attack our essence of being feminine and submissive and all those great things. White women only submit when it's like some type of tangibles involved. Black women do it because of the love of our community, our people, our children, X, Y, and Z. Um, and another thing that they try to attack is like our hair.
Yes.
And I've been bringing up this point for the longest. White women have to have medically grade treatments to treat their balding in their hair, like hair transplants, IPL pills, just to stop them from balding while they complain about wigs all day. And Myron Gaines, one of the people too, who complain about black women wearing wigs, and this fucker got a whole hair transplant
Yeah.
down his damn face, looking like a goddamn fool.
Hmm. Hmm.
So the very essence of us is womanhood. The very essence of us threaten white supremacy because they know we are very desirable and they have to not like us because a lot of times when these white men date black women, they lose a lot of their privilege, their white privilege
Hmm.
in society and social status and all that other stuff. So they have to hate us in order to keep their status. And I'm just gonna land there and I want you to touch on that a little
Yeah,
bit.
yes, indeed. Yeah, and let me get on that for a minute because when you have Musty Myron and people like that running around here talking about well, black women wear weaves, and that's so man, listen. Yeah, that look, black women, foundational black American women in particular, your hair versatility, that's a sign of power. That's not an insecurity. Foundational black American women know how to be versatile and creative with their damn hair. Yeah, they can wear it natural. Sometimes they do. They can wear it in locks. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they can do the braid. That's the thing about foundational black American women. They can rock different looks that other groups can't. All right. Other groups, y'all can't rock them looks. One man, sometimes sisters are in their pixie mood. They wear it short and rock a pixie. Sometimes they're in their natural mood. They'll do a natural thing. They'll rock an afro. They'll get the braids. So that's the phenomenal thing about versatility. And then sometimes I say, okay, I put a wig on here. Sometimes I just kind of want to chill. I don't want to be dealing with this hair. We got that strong hair. We got that nine ether hair. We got strong hair. So sometimes you don't feel like pulling it and tucking it and pressing it. Sometimes you kind of want to cover it up and protect it for a minute. You understand? So yeah, I don't want to hear all that because white women they be wearing fake ass hair too. White women wear fake hair. They wear wigs, extensions, clip-ons. All right, let's stop playing. Nobody gives a damn though. That's the thing. Nobody even cares. Nobody looks at it. Oh, okay, there's a white woman over there with a clip on. Nobody cares. But when the sister comes through with a fly hairstyle, it's like, damn, you gotta look at that. You don't have white hair shows, all right? How come you notice you don't see that? You don't see white hair shows. When the last time you saw a white hair show? Hmm? Come on now. We have hair shows where we show the diversity and the uniqueness in foundational black American women's hairstyles. That's our thing. So yeah, y'all not gonna sit up and play this whole way. They wear wigs. Yeah, everybody wears some damn wigs, but yeah, they can take the wig off or they can flip the wig. They can make the wig look fly. Even with the lace fronts. The sisters got the lace front trend going that other women emulate. Yeah. Other women started copying that. Rocking the edges. We've been doing that since Josephine Damn Baker. That's where Betty Boop, they get the character started emulating her with those edges that the sisters were rocking early 1900s that was popularized by Josephine Baker. Don't miss me, the foundational black American women and the hair thing. That's a part of foundational black American culture. Diverse hairstyles. We can rock it short, small. Remember in the 90s, the sisters were rocking them fly ass, short, cute ass cuts like Tony Braxton, Holly Berry, Nia Long. That was a trend. So yeah, we set the sisters set the trends. Don't let these people try to run this shaming game on them. Y'all not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that whatsoever. Yeah. And The thing is with foundational Black American women, natural hair. Let's be real. Let's want to keep it a bean. Let's keep it a real bean. If you want to talk about sisters with wigs and weaves and all of that, to be honest, in this culture, natural hair is politically targeted. So sometimes subconsciously, wigs are a way to protect yourself from scrutiny. You understand? Sometimes you will have in corporate America, sometimes you might have to put on a little janky ass wig so that you can get the damn job. You understand? The sisters going there with braids or a fro, they're like, oh my God, she's so militant. So we're the only group whose natural hair is looked at as a damn threat. You see? I don't want to hear no shit about no Myron Gaines and all these tethers talking about wigs and weaves. Yeah, our sisters have been targeted, and brothers too, and children. We get targeted for our natural hair in many cases. So sometimes you're like, well, I don't want to deal with that shit. Let me go put on one of these old bedwench wigs and go and get this damn money. You see? Sometimes we just try to make it simple. You see? And sometimes sisters, when they're busy and handling a lot of business, sometimes you might have to just throw the wig on. You ain't got time. You got your family, career, you got money to make. Let me throw something, let me throw this lace front on and go out here and handle this business. Yes. Because we got textured hair, we got special hair. So it takes time to do things with our hair. The universe gave us strong electrifying hair. And when you have something strong, you have to take your time with it sometimes. And sometimes that can be a little time consuming. So sometimes we want to make it simple. Black women, don't let nobody shame you. If you want to put a wig on, put that shit on and go get some money real quick and come on and take that shit off and we'll scratch it and massage the shit for you. Yeah? I don't want to hear none of that stuff. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. You see? Man, let me get some more people in here. Jonique, you ready? Let's get my sister Jonique in here. I wanted Jonique to speak. She had some issues going, but let's see if she's back. Jonique,
Hi, Tariq.
hey beloved, how are you?
I'm fine. Sorry, I had to get off my other phone and get to my other one.
Okay.
So when you was talking about that little girl, it reminded me of my baby sister when she was in college. A few weeks of her getting to college, when she went to her apartment, two white girls started attacking her. I don't remember the reason why,
Hmm.
but she defended herself with pepper spray,
Yeah.
and they wanted to kick her out of school
Wow.
just for that.
Yeah. Yeah. We can't defend ourselves for nothing. But damn if we
And
defend.
then,
Yeah.
yeah, and then it was people saying like, no, she got attacked. But for some reason, because I guess that's like an all white city that she was in when she went to college.
Yeah.
They was like none of the like board wanted to even hear that. But since so many people came to her defense, she was able to stay in school.
Good. Good. Good.
Yeah.
Good. How's she doing
And
now?
then oh, she's fine. Yeah, she work at a bank
Oh,
now.
good. Good. I'm glad everything worked out for her. But thank you so much, beloved. All right. Let me get some more folks in here. Y'all raise your hand because we are in here. Yes, we are in here. Let's get Big Auntie. Let's get Big Auntie in the building. Big Auntie. Then we get Darian, Big Auntie. Nikki the God, I see you. Professor Allen, I see you. Wani, I see you.
OG,
Hey, Auntie.
what's up, Tariq? About time you done added me up in this thing.
Okay.
Why every time I come up in here, you be acting funny, you don't want to add me? I know that this page is a blank page,
Yeah.
but I only got it to come see you.
Okay. Yeah. I'd never seen you up here, but how you doing, dear?
I am good. I used to call you before when I was calling, I would be whispering on here. And you'd be like, what you up there whispering for? Is you at a party with Ebony? Do you remember that?
I kind of remember now. Where are you from? Birmingham? Where you from?
I'm from Florida, baby.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, how come you
Yes.
better put a picture up there on your profile or something?
So I said I'ma fix it up. I be on Instagram, but everybody then came over here to X. And I used to listen to you on well, I still listen to you on YouTube. So, I wanted to come over here and listen. But I had to come up here and get on to you. Now listen. Why is you telling these good colored folk that about Buc-ee's? Buc-ee's is expensive. It's too damn high. You was rich. We only go to Buc-ee's on payday. You
No,
was rich.
Bucky's
You
was
you lying to
Bucky's, man.
yourself.
Them barbecue sandwiches weren't that expensive. They were good.
OG, they were $20 a sandwich. Now they
Damn.
big. They big. See, look, you so rich, you don't even know how much they cost. You misleading these people. You went in there to my yeah, I went in there every day. You pay about $300 every time you walked out the joint.
It
And
wasn't.
you know you
It
did.
wasn't that bad. I don't even know what I paid. To be honest, I don't know what I paid, but it was. I love Bucky's. That was the spot. So they might be overcharging
Well,
y'all down there in Florida, though.
yes, it's expensive, but we the people down here, we love you. We FBA.
Yeah.
We want to send you a case of Big Red. We want to send you
You
it's
know
some
what?
sun
You know
kisses.
what? I ordered some Big Red off Amazon. I swear to God, I ordered
I
some
know
big,
you did.
and it hadn't even got here yet. It was. I've been waiting on it for weeks. So yes, I did order Big Red, but I'm gonna be back down there to holler at y'all. Thank you so much, Auntie. I appreciate you. Let's get Darion in here.
Hey, top of it, Tariq. What's the top of the morning, man? What's going on, my guy?
I'm good, brother. What city you in, D?
Hey, man, I'm on that E14, man. I'm in the Bay, man,
Oh,
but
shout
I'm
out to
from
Chicago.
Chicago. I'm in Chicago, though. Hey, man, I wanted to say this, though. Real shit, though, Tariq. Like, people don't give you the credit that what you really have. Like the Mac Lessons radio, all that stuff, man. Like,
Yes.
you were the pioneer before Fresh and Trick came out.
Oh yeah.
All those other guys that came out and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like even Mystery in the early 2000s, like
Oh.
they stole your stuff though.
Yeah, I know
But
those guys.
yeah, but like people don't know the sacrifices that you made. Like right now, I'm on the side on the car with this boss of being head ass chicken beside me though, but that doesn't matter. But like but real things though, like you have contributed and contributed a lot of stuff, man. And I just wanted to say thank you.
Man, I
Also, like
appreciate that.
to teach on to the topic of what you said like 5-6 minutes ago, like when I was stationed in Okinawa and Iwakuni in the Marine Corps, a lot of girls, a lot of women that outside of like the world, outside of America, bro, they look up to like Foundation Black of America women, man. There's a thing in Okinawa and Osaka that they say like in Japan, like they call them amajos, but these girls like look at black girls, they look at them, they say how they emulate Foundation Black of America women. So like the presence that Foundation Black American women and men have throughout the world is like global, man.
Yes.
Global. Motherfuckers do not know like the scale. Like these girls act like them, be like them, talk like them. I remember I was talking to one chick, man, and these tethers. And this is another thing though. Like a lot of tethers, a lot of these Jamaicans and Africans, especially when I was stationed in Japan, you know, they would teach them to say nigga. And there was one chick that I was dating in Okinawa, and she said nigga, and I just checked it. I'm like, who the told you to say nigga? You know what I'm saying? You don't say no damn nigga. You not no girl. You ain't no nigga from like 87 and or no E14 from or the Bay or from Oakland. You crazy as hell. She said, I learned that from my Jamaican guy. He said
Mm.
nigga. And they would, and a lot of the brothers don't understand this, but brothers who live in Japan and overseas know this, but a lot of Africans and a lot of Jamaicans and white boys, they be telling them about don't f- with the Foundation Black of American ones because they know the Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and shit, they talk really bad and greasy about us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
real bad though. But I know you're going into Japan soon though. But like definitely, man, Osaka, Okinawa though. There's a lot of Foundation Black of American brothers there that got businesses and shit like that. And I speak Japanese because I
Yeah.
was stationed there for a while. But real shit, man. I had to say that.
Respect
Love
to
you,
you, brother. I
brother.
appreciate you, man. Much respect to you. But yeah, but brother, he touched on a point, man. Listen, foundational Black American women, yeah, you got the tethers who come over here and try to fake the funk and then try to denigrate sisters when in their culture, so many things within their culture is them emulating foundational Black American women. We can get into the whole tanning and the lip enhancements that a lot of these non-FBA women do, getting their body shapes like foundational Black American women. Come on now, going and getting their body shaped like FBA women, doing the colorful nail designs. That was something that a lot of FBA women mastered. That was a trend that they did. See, they when FBA women do it, it's ghetto. They'll say it's ghetto, and then everybody starts emulating the shit. But look at these other women from all of these other cultures, especially on TikTok. What do these women do on TikTok? I noticed this the other day. I saw this and I'm like, all these women do is basically do voiceovers emulating foundational Black American women. They sit on here emulating foundational Black American women slang, running around talking about period and um, just using all of their mannerisms. That's all they do on social media and doing dances popularized by the sisters. You know? And also just trying to emulate the bold and confident attitudes of foundational Black American, trying to emulate that humor and that sharp wit that foundational Black American women have. You know, when they try to be ultra feminine, they act like foundational Black American women. They try to be sassy like them. They try to get that sass, which when Black women do it, they call it, you're being loud and aggressive, but other women try to emulate that. They try to mimic that attitude and that confidence. You know? Look at the white women, Bad Barbie, and what's her Alabama Bark or whatever her name is. Bad this Bad Barbie chick done made millions acting like who? Hmm? You see? Look at the white women singers. Who are they emulating? Who is Adele emulating? Who is she sounding like? Who is Christina Aguilera sounding like? All of these women, they're trying to emulate the vocal patterns of foundational Black American women. They're not trying to sound like Celine Dion. They're trying to emulate FBA women. They're trying to emulate that soul. Don't let nobody fool you. Who are these women preferring sexually? Hmm? The women, these white women, all of these other groups, they try to get the women that FBA women like, Black men. Hmm. That might be a little too deep. Oh, that might be a little too deep. They try to be like the FBA women and get them an FBA man, don't they? But we ain't gonna get that deep. That might be a little bit too deep. Let me get some more calls in here. We in here heavy. Let's get Willie Mack. Willie Mack in the building. Let's get Willie Mack in here. Where you at, Willie Mack?
What's going on, Tariq? What's happening,
I'm
man?
good, Willie Mack. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm good, brother. This is like my first time catching you, cause I work in the morning, so I never really catch you at night. But I got the notifications on YouTube, and you be having me cracking up at work, bro.
Man, I do my thing, brother. So, what city you in, by the way, Mac?
Oh man, I'm coming from Carson, California,
Oh,
man.
okay, you out here. Go shout out to Carson. You out there with me?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, indeed. So what's on your mind?
I wanted to ask you if you seen Slim Thug talking about
I
reparations.
talked about that yesterday. I did. I saw that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah, I
okay.
did touch on that, and yeah, I disagree with what he was saying. I highly disagree with what he was saying. He was like, "Oh, we need to stop sitting." He was like, "We got to stop sitting around waiting on somebody to give us some money." And I disagree with that. Let me get Nikki the God up in here. Miss Nikki the God in the building. Nikki the God, hop on, dear.
Peace Flex. I wanted to bring up something. I didn't know if you noticed it, but there's a young black man named Julian Brown. He's a genius who came up with an idea to turn plastic into fuel.
Oh yeah, I heard about what.
Yeah,
Go
he's
ahead.
been making deodorant and all types of things. Well, someone loosened up all the lug nuts on his car. I
Yeah.
don't know if you want me to put it in the jumbotron or not.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you
put
want
that
me
in
to.
because I heard something had yeah, I saw a video. He was kind of complaining that somebody's trying to sabotage his vehicle and kind of get him caught up.
Yeah, and I just wanted to bring that up because we have discussed several times about how when we come up with brilliant ideas. A lot of our FBA men and women, they come up missing or dead, and then all of a sudden, someone else has the rights to that
Right.
item. So just let me stay up just a little bit longer, so I could put it in a
Thank
jumbotron
you,
because
dear.
I can't
Yes.
find it anymore.
Okay, yeah, I'll just take your time and put it on up the way you find it. But yeah, this brother, man, this young guy, he's down there in Georgia, and he creates all of this energy out of plastics, and just a genius brother. And we were like, oh, when we see that, we already knew what was coming. And sure enough, he was like, "Hey, man, I had my car at such and such place, and they done took all the lug nuts off, and my vehicle's being sabotaged. It never fails." Talked about that the other day. When we start creating certain things, creating um, renewable fuels and things like that, see, that's a step of nation building. When you can start creating reusable energy, when you can start manufacturing food and things like that, things that can sustain a nation, they get you before the seed sprouts out of the soil. Well, they see that. That's why we got to protect each other, man. We gotta really protect each other. We gotta look out for each other, man. We really do. You dig? So yeah, we're gonna, we got to support that brother. Yeah, I'm gonna try to reach out to him because I'm gonna be out there. We're gonna be filming in Georgia pretty soon, so I want to reach out to that brother and chop it up with him. Let's get and Nikki, yeah, Nikki, if you can get some contact information on that brother, that would be great, Nikki. If we can get some contact information, I'm glad you brought him up because yeah, I kind of want to prioritize that, reaching out to him. Because yeah, we gotta listen. We gotta get our riders. There's a new generation of riders that we have to really look out for and cultivate. Because a lot of the elders, man, who's been giving us a lot of game for years and decades, a lot of them, unfortunately, are passing away. A lot of the elders, man, um, a lot of them aren't really moving and shaking like they used to. Recently I've talked to some of the elders, that we've worked with in the past, and many of them, they're having medical issues now because they're way older now. So, we got to get a new generation of some scholar warriors, some thought warriors. This is why, we love our sister Wani, we love our brother Professor Allen, folks like that. That's the new generation that we have to cultivate and platform and put out here. Because yeah, we don't really have that now. We don't have a new generation of that now that's really out there. So that's up to us to really get that popping like that.